don't be afraid to ask questions, especially when it comes to how you harvest. Like a lot of this. So apparently you can pet these. Not me. This is what it looks like when you bring back Eden and your life is full of abundance and not scarcity. Right here, this is the initial installation. So you can see how much it's grown in just a couple months and 2 hurricanes. So one of the biggest things that we've noticed when people get a food forest in, especially when they don't necessarily have like a lot of space and they're not used to growing food, which this homeowner, she's been growing for a while, but it's the education. And even when you do know what so many of these plants are, don't be afraid to ask questions, especially when it comes to how you harvest. Like a lot of this, we're missing the opportunity to really pull a lot of this. Like all these are perennial spinaches. So when we think spinaches, you just think of the standard annual, but these are perennial. They keep coming and coming and coming, and there's so many different varieties. So that's something that we got to get better on as far as with labels and really that education. And then also just consistently, that's what we love to do, consistently building out a network with our stewards and just people in general on how to grow food and helping each other out. What works in certain locations? What can you be eating? What can you be harvesting? Another big thing that people wonder is like, how do you harvest? How do you know when to harvest? Like we have ginger, that's cool. When do I get that ginger? So these are things that we're going to be consistently going over and educating on. I'll tell you with a banana, you know when it's good to eat a banana when there's bananas on it. They start turning yellow. I'll give you that tidbit of information. She can start harvesting a lot of these, and a lot of this is just labeling it so you know what to do. Relocated some things, just cut a lot of these grasses. We put the Napier grasses look beautiful when they're big, but as you can see, we start to lay it throughout the system. This will continue to build up the soil here. It'll protect from weeds coming up to press, and you just got to keep feeding these bananas. Bananas love getting fed. Put some turmerics there as well. We slipped in a couple citrus here underneath the oak tree. That's kind of the move that we've been doing lately. We see a lot of success with that. Relocated this grape. Wasn't necessarily doing well, and she put the chicken coop, she moved it over here, so it was in the middle of the chickens were going to town on it. So we reset that, removed that. But you can see as you come back here, everything's starting to go. We got 3 mulberries here in the corner. This whole thing will be absolutely covered. This fence is a little shabby, but once this starts going with the living fence that we're using here with the passion fruit, it's gonna look fantastic. And as you can see, she's getting some productivity here already. It's beautiful. This is a nice lush corner, gets a lot of sun. This is actually the east, we got the south here. So they're getting all that sun throughout here throughout the day. But looking pretty beautiful, 2.5-month-old food forest. We'll continue to check in on this. Anybody could put something like this in their home. This is right in Tampa, Florida. And she has an amazing variety from soursop to citrus to bananas to edible perennial spinaches to the star fruit here, one of my favorites. She's got blackberries and blueberries over here. Suriname cherry is a great hedge. You don't have to look at the neighbor. Apparently they like to hang out on this roof, something weird. But anyway, we're gonna block that up. And then right now we're kind of in that dormant season. So we're gonna prune back a lot, and we'll see these absolutely rip in the spring. By the way, these sweet potato, don't be afraid to harvest these. You can eat the leaves. Also, as you continue to cover it up with mulch, they'll keep sprouting up through that mulch, and it'll just create another layer of potatoes going there. So it's a great little backyard, and plenty more to come here. As you can see here, we cut a lot of these grasses. We chopped and dropped, put them all around the bases of some of these bigger trees here, like that mango, that avocado. Put around this type of Voya here, which is a legume. Put nitrogen back in the soil. Beautiful. You could chop them. They just keep coming back. They're so productive. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. Kind of like this roselle here, which you can turn these all into teas. We have the perennial peanut, and as you can see, we chopped a lot of these grasses. They still look great. They'll continue to come back, but now we're building up the soil. A couple months, we'll probably put in some new mulch, but just continue to build up the soil by taking out some of the things that are dead, not working. Just chop it, drop it, put it right back in. And another fun fact about the cranberry hibiscus is you cut that off right there, put that back into the ground, it'll keep going. I wouldn't do one with a flower on it, do a stem without a flower, put it back in the ground, and it'll just keep going. There's so many little tricks like this. And this right here, she said, is her most productive mulberry. You can see because it's in the sun, but look at this. This is right in the front. And another awesome thing, I'll take a look over here, the neighbor is actually growing too. We got a couple mangoes right here. They got a tropical almond right over there, but they're growing as well, and they got chickens too. So this whole block is starting to transform. This is what abundance looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what the future looks like. We don't need those 15-minute cities. You can start building this right here, your sovereign food system. But anyway, keep following for more content like this, and check out this video. This was our initial install for this property here in Tampa. So this right here is 2.5-month old food forest in urban Tampa, Florida. 2 hurricanes, a little bit of a drought, and she's flourishing. Oh, let's bring back Eden, huh?